guys, so I missed the update. Apparently it was today. Sometimes we get updates on Thursdays, sometimes we get updates on Tuesdays, sometimes we get streams, sometimes we don't. But in this case, I just didn't think we'd have one because of the holiday. But I guess they're in Korea and not in America. So here we got, Thanksgiving on its way. We got three kind of main themes here in this week. We got this optimization button that I don't think really does anything, but and we got change to when you die in your fort near Node Wars of Siege, you spawn back at a loading screen, which I think is probably a good change. It's going to help some defense team. And then there's something else towards the end, I can't remember, but I'll scroll down there. I'm sure I'll see it. But so here, when you get down to Node Wars and you die, you're going to basically be able to go back to your fort within a loading screen and be invincible for 5 seconds. The invincibility thing we've always kind of seen where people can kind of like spawn and kill everyone who's attacking it without dying. But here, you're not going to get a loading screen. And where this is good is older gen consoles, especially if you're defending and you die, you're going to be spending a while in a loading screen. And then when you come back in, you've got to load all the players back in, and then you're not going to see people and then die again. And then newer gen players, PlayStation players, you get a loading screen. It's like, a casino if you're gonna crash or not. So you basically flip the coin, you might get the blue screen to death, or I guess gray screen now. So that should be pretty good. I'll probably do a separate video on crashes, by the way, because it's gotten unbearable pretty much. Some changes to Nowhere caps. I have no idea what these mean, but they're there. Some clarification on the rewards. So if you win ward, and I think it's justified because it was kind of incentive to do siege, you get 2 billion if you win, and then some clarifying some other stuff. So if you just place, I believe, and you last like a few minutes, I think you get like 100 to 150 mil. So we got that like 2 weeks ago in Caltheon. And then each of these boxes, if you get like 2 to 6, I think it's like 700, 600, 500, 400, 300 or something like that. And then if you just place and you die, you get maybe like a better tier board after an hour. And then if you die in the first hour, you just get like, I think it's like 150 mil if I recall. I can't remember. But I'll throw up like the layout of what's exactly in all these if I remember. Other than that, I think we got like a adjust camera zoom out function. So you can adjust the height, and whereas instead of just using the joystick, which is pretty good if you want like a more behind the character and less or more above or what have you. I think it's pretty good. This has been on PC for a little while, or something similar to this, where it kind of lays out here, hey, here's everything you got for free today, and here's everything you get for free tomorrow. Please come back, kind of thing. I think it's pretty good. Just more menu stuff. The character fixes, we're not getting anything, and you still got all the class revamp stuff. I'll do a separate video on this probably this Friday when we get something. But I think we'll get them before the Caltheon Ball, which is coming up, because I can't imagine them going to Caltheon Ball and be like, hey, we're still working on the revamps from last ball, the hideout one we had in June. So we got this memory optimization thing. And guys, I'll do a separate video on this, but I'm sure it does something, and they're putting effort into the crashes, but the PlayStation, it's literally gotten worse. You can't go to an RBF, you get a loading screen, you crash. Go to Siege, you get a loading screen, you crash. I used to never crash in Valencia, or just randomly changing channels in Caltheon, because those are like less crowded cities with less players. Now you crash if you like change channels 2 or 3 times. So the big thing about this memory optimization, if it actually works, there needs to be like NPCs who sprinkle you with pixie dust as you go into cities and stuff like that, and trigger the optimization, because you can't use it while you're running, you can't use it while you're fighting, and so like, and if you go into a town and you should be optimizing before you go in, like, what happens if you don't read patch notes, or even know what this thing does? It seems like an NPC should like trigger this before when you go into major areas. We've had terrible lag spikes in the past, so you might as well just get like a tiny lag spike that's going to prevent you from crashing, like once every 5 minutes or something. I don't know. I would. Oh, but the other big change here, I'm not going to remember, I'll do a separate video on crashes. They changed how the energy works, so you didn't need to kill all the mobs. Say if you were, down in the monastery, which used to be like a level 50 zone, and you couldn't get the elite to get like full completion because there's only like 3 of them. Or if you're, down in Giants and you miss some mobs, you can find some, or, Media, there's like some guys who don't spawn all that often. So here, I got like 10 to 11 energy. I went from like 426 to 437, I believe, this morning, and some other people got like 20 plus, if I recall. Just because if I used to bookshelf stuff, and other people did too, or if you just ran through these and quested, you might have gotten like half the mobs in these areas, and then got like a bunch of energy this morning. So pretty good change. I like it. That's a good one. I might do like a as the year runs out, like hey, like top 10 changes we got in Black Desert throughout the year as like a recap of all the good things they did, and maybe I'll do like a not so nice one of all the crashes. But in any event, the rest of this is not too much here. That's pretty much it, guys. I'll do a separate video as to what to expect from the California Ball. On the event side, they should have just kept the either gave us Santa Cron early, but we didn't get anything. It's like some mole thing and a free pet. Not all that noteworthy. Because I got pets, but if you're new and you need a pet, I guess you'll like it. And there's another event, but I forget what it is. But compared to the whale event and the free pen like double reward pets and the drop off, the events this time are kind of lackluster. That's it, guys. Take it easy. Enjoy your turkeys or whatever else you might be having this holiday weekend, or if you're from overseas or not having turkey, just enjoy the weekend.